do the impossible. I'm irresponsible. Shit, I'm phenomenal. I got an arsenal. I'm dropping bombs, you know. No, I'm not stopping, no. Conquer the obstacle. To the top, here I go, think I'm chosen to be the king of rock, think the people have spoken. I can hear the tick-tock of the clock, I'm in motion. So now I'm gonna pop, causing all this commotion.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Fat Boy Cartel podcast. I am your moderator, Eric. You can find me at Eric Joe on Twitter, Joe with a J. Right below me is Brandon, Mr. Get Some on Twitter. To the far left on the bottom is the Crimson Saint, Tony. And at the top left is the good Dr. Damon himself. And we have a special guest tonight. And to introduce him, I'm going to throw over to Tony and let him introduce you guys to him. So here we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have above the Thomas Adams, the king of bun style, the 5-star Thomas Adams, the one and only, the great professional wrestler from Northeast Ohio, Salem, Ohio's own Thomas. Thank you for being with us, Thomas.
Bro, that was kind of weak, bro. That was kind of weak.
Oh man!
Wow.
You knew 3 weeks. You knew I was gonna be on here, and that's the best you gave me.
Try it again, buddy. Go.
Called him out. Called him out.
Fuck you, your hair. Man,
No. I appreciate you guys having me on. This is my first ever podcast, and I'm just excited to be here.
Hey, it's our first ever guest too, so we're happy to have you, buddy.
Yes, you're breaking our virgin. You're breaking our
That's
cherry.
historic.
Yeah,
That's history.
I don't want to think of it like that. That's weird.
What?
No.
You busted our cherry. What?
No.
What? All right.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Thomas? Like, I don't know, tell us about your wrestling career a little bit.
What about?
Well, buddy, all right. How about this, man? Let's see. What got you into wrestling? Can you remember your first experience with wrestling?
I can't remember the exact time or whatever, but I just remember Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels being involved.
Very nice.
Hey,
and I had this little Harley Davidson leather jacket, and I would throw that on with some sunglasses and walk around like I was Bret Hart.
Awesome.
That's my first memories, really.
So would you consider Bret Hart your main influence then?
Maybe not my main one, but he was a big influence for sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels was one of my favorites growing up, and obviously Bret Hart, the Iron Man match, WrestleMania 12, all that stuff. I loved it as a kid, man. So
yeah.
You couldn't pick two better guys to look up to, that's for sure. So
no,
The Undertaker was a big one too.
Yeah. Another great one. Yeah. So Tony says a 10-year career, is that correct?
I debuted March 27th, 2011, but it was probably a total of 6 or 7 years. I had a few injuries and was out, and I haven't wrestled now. Next month will actually be 2 years.
Wow.
Since I was last in the ring. So
awesome.
What exactly was it that sidelined you, man?
The main thing was a concussion.
Gotcha.
I took a nasty clothesline bump on the gym floor and just took it a little too hard and hit my head, and it put me out. And the doctor recommended probably never wrestling again, and I just wasn't in a good place mentally anyway. So I kind of just took it as a way out and escape and exit.
I got you, man.
Yeah, I hear it.
Do you still stay in with the wrestling scene as far whether it's stuff that's on TV or the Look Windy guys or anything like that?
I stay in contact with a few of the boys, but for the most part, I just check, what's going on their Facebooks and stay in the Twitter feeds. And I don't even watch Raw or Smackdown regular anymore, but I keep up with it on YouTube and Twitter and everything.
Yeah.
It's probably the best way sometimes nowadays with some of the product that they're putting out. So I can't blame you there. So outside of wrestling, though, what are some of your interests? I hear you're big into sports and video games.
Oh, yes. Sports and video games. That's basically it. Sports, video games, wrestling.
Nothing wrong with that. So
when you think of Thomas Adams, those are the three things you think of.
Is it safe to say that you are probably one of the world's biggest Browns fans?
I don't know. There's a lot of big Browns fans.
Nah, come on. No,
you rep them hard, man. You rep them hard all the time.
I'd say I'm probably in the top 1% for sure.
There you go.
Hey,
they're looking a lot better too, so that's awesome. I mean,
bro, I literally forgot the draft was today. And normally this is excitement for me being a Browns fan.
absolutely.
And I have
Well,
no care in the world. Like I don't care who we draft tonight. It's just been nice not being in the top 10.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
absolutely.
I think I just seen
Yeah.
you guys were 26. So I mean,
Yeah.
hell of a season last year, man.
Oh my
They
god.
did. They actually did. They had a good season last year.
I was expecting a winning year, but I didn't expect, almost winning the division and then winning in Pittsburgh and then almost beating Kansas City in the second round. Like,
Yeah, that was a great
That
game.
That was crazy though. And that win over Pittsburgh was ridiculous. Like,
Oh, I loved it. Ah, God, I loved it.
me too.
Oh.
I haven't shut up about it because it's been years of them not shutting up. So
Hey, I understand.
I let all my Steeler friends know right away. Anytime I have a conversation with them, it's the first thing mentioned.
That's why I like it.
Fair.
Well, I guess we could use that as maybe a transition into the NFL draft tonight, actually. You want to go there?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, we are actually recording this live during the first round of the 2021 NFL draft. And we've had, I think, up to this point, looks like they're about ready to announce the 14th pick. I guess the New York Jets traded with Minnesota to make a selection here. But we've had 13 picks so far. What's all stood out to you guys in regards to this first round to this point?
Well, I was the Trevor pick. I think who grabbed him first?
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
AEW
Yeah,
zone.
All right, calm down.
I know.
Ooh,
So, the
Mac
thing
Jones,
is-
by the way, just went to, I think, New York. Jets
Mac
traded.
Jones-
Wait. Hold up.
Yeah, breaking news: Mac Jones, I think, just got picked up by the New York Jets, who traded up.
So
with,
they picked two
Minnesota.
quarterbacks. They picked Zach Wilson at number 2.
Oh,
Hey, man, they got
my
plans.
feed's a little messed up. They might
Hold
have.
on. Hold on. We'll
They-
get
No,
back
no.
into it.
This is live.
Wait,
We're reacting to this
yeah.
live. So
No, they picked
They
Mac
just-
Jones. Yeah,
they did.
yeah.
Wow.
It is
Did
now.
they?
It is now a
uh,
competition
it is
with the Jets.
now,
Oh, New England's picks in,
New
so here we
England's
go.
Yeah.
Why the hell would they take two quarterbacks
In the first round? I don't know if I've ever seen that.
It's the
So New
fucking
England just
Jets.
had one.
Yeah, that's probably it. So
Oh wow! All that
It's-
just to fuck New England.
I mean, a lot of people want to fuck New England.
That's a
so,
good point.
Hey,
I guess that's a division
we
rival.
might want to point out that Mr. The good Dr. Damon is a New England fan.
Yeah. Yeah, as we already pointed out, Thomas is a Browns fan, David's a Patriots fan, Tony's a Panthers fan. Brandon is kind of a Colts fan, but he lives in a house divided, so to speak. He's also living with a Steelers fan, and I, of course, am an Indianapolis Colts fan. So
I want to talk about it.
I think the biggest thing coming out of this draft so far is it's been, I forget how long they said, but the first 3 picks were all quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And then,
Since 1999 was the last time that happened.
and then
Wow.
you had
That was a couch pick, by the way.
Kyle
Oh,
Pitts
my
going
gosh.
to the Falcons at 4.
right.
That's the first time ever that a tight end.
No. Okay,
high.
so New York on the 14th picked Vera Tucker out of USC guard.
Oh.
Then why the hell?
I was gonna
they were-
say.
I have no idea. They were showing Mac Jones
Yeah.
and
Oh, okay.
See,
Okay.
y'all need to calm down.
Probably because New England is next. That's why they were showing Mac Jones.
Okay.
I would assume so. So sorry about that, everybody. We thought that
Yo,
something
it was.
happened. Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
hoping we pick
We'll cut that out. We'll cut that
Yeah.
out.
We'll just slice that. Yeah,
Edit that in post.
New England picks Mac Jones, quarterback,
Oh.
Alabama.
Well, okay, so that makes some
All right,
sense.
there you go.
All right, but outside of that, though, we've had 5 quarterbacks go in the first 14 picks, 3 in the top 3 to Jacksonville, New York, and San Francisco with Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, and Trey Lance. And then we also had Chicago trading up with the Giants to pick Justin Fields out of Ohio State. So big moves here for a lot of these starting
15
offenses.
picks, 5 of them were quarterbacks.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, it's
So,
a quarterback
Thomas,
league.
I know you said you really don't care, what happens with the draft tonight, but I mean, so you don't have a slight preference at all on who the Browns pick at 26?
I think we need a linebacker. Just take best available linebacker.
Gotcha. Okay.
But tonight, the biggest surprises for me was the Bengals going with a receiver instead of getting Joe Burrow protection.
Yeah.
That's a good
Yeah.
point. I think
That
they
Kind
decided.
of surprised me.
Well, the Bengals, I think they said they took the receiver who he played with in college, so that at least makes
Yeah.
a
Right.
little sense.
And then Heisman Trophy winner Devontae Smith falling as far as he did.
yeah.
That was kind of crazy.
Eric, do you want to just go ahead and run down real quick the picks that we've gotten so far?
Oh, yeah, sure. The top 13, well, I guess now 15 picks. Jacksonville took Trevor Lawrence, number 1. The New York Jets took Zach Wilson, number 2. San Francisco took Trey Lance at 3. And then Atlanta took Kyle Pitts, the tight end out of Florida, at 4. Cincinnati then took wide receiver Jamar Chase from LSU, which, as we mentioned, was Joe Burrow's old college teammate. Then Miami also did the same thing. They took wide receiver Jalen Waddle out of Alabama, which was Tua Tagovailoa. I think that's how you say his name. His old teammate at Alabama as well. Detroit Lions then at 7 took a tackle, Penei Sewell. I think that's how you pronounce it. 8, Carolina Panthers took cornerback J.C. Horn out of South Carolina. Denver then took cornerback Patrick Surtain II. Philadelphia then traded with the Dallas Cowboys for wide receiver Devontae Smith. And then Chicago traded up with the Giants for quarterback Justin Fields. Dallas then took linebacker Micah Parsons. And the Chargers took tackle Rashawn Slater. And who was the Jets pick? I don't have it wrote down.
It was a guard out of USC.
Guard, okay. And then New England obviously has taken Mac Jones, quarterback from Alabama, to probably be their future, depending on what Cam Newton does, which wasn't a whole lot last year, unfortunately. Yeah. But yeah, so far, all these moves make some sense to me. Outside of when we thought the Jets took 2 QBs, but that didn't end up happening. Yeah. But everything else, definitely teams addressing needs they need, and we'll see how it plays out, I guess.
Well, I mean, much like the wrestling world, football world seems to be a little crazy tonight too. So, Thomas, you said something about you don't really watch a lot, but you still keep in touch or keep contact with what's going on in the wrestling world via Twitter and all that stuff. Do you have a take on modern wrestling right now? Like, do you have an opinion on it or where it is?
I think it's by far the best it's ever been.
Okay.
This could be good. I can't wait for this.
You have my attention.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know. I just think modern day wrestling is the best wrestling.
Okay.
It's always going to be the best wrestling, if that makes sense.
So when you say that,
because right now it's the best, but in 10 years that's going to be the best. Like, people in this generation are going to think this is the best, just like you guys probably think the Attitude Era is the best.
Right.
Just like the
I can't even say the Attitude Era was the best. I mean, if you think about the guys that were there, yes. The talent, yes, was the best for that time. And the talent that is here, yes, is the best for this time. But at the same time, wrestling is much more than just the talent. So, like, while I agree with the fact that maybe the modern day wrestlers are the best of where they could be right now, wrestling isn't as a whole doesn't fit right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go from the storylines and the buffoonery that is happening on
Did
some
you just
shows,
say buffoonery? How
yeah, because I wanted to say something else, but my daughter's right here, so I didn't.
The tomfoolery.
Censors are at work tonight.
Yeah, buffoonery, tomfoolery.
Well,
The BS involved, like, yeah, it's a little much, dude. Like, legitimately, and sometimes that goofiness overshadows the talent. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you say modern day wrestling is the best that it is, yes, because of the talent. But when the crappy shit,
it's what's being done with the talent.
Wrestling, that's when it's like, all right.
But, like, I totally get what he's saying, though. It's kind of like with music, I mean, our parents' generation didn't understand what the hell our stuff was that we were listening to, and then it's just how it is. But I guess for me, the biggest thing is everybody knows that I completely loathe anything to do with AEW. And it's not even the fact that I'm being an AEW hater, because I do not feel WWE's producing anything worth crap right now. As I said in our chat, American wrestling is just a shits, in my opinion, right now. Do I miss the Attitude Era? Yes, but even more than that, I miss the time before that. I miss the 80s wrestling. I missed it when it made sense, when there were, feuds that were legit, like, fucking people jumping the rails to stab motherfuckers. People, if they knew what cars they drove, they came out to flat tires and shit like that. I miss that bit of realism before kayfabe died. So that's just my thing. And that's just kind of where I stand. And I know I ruffle some feathers, but hey, that's my job.
Well, and to kind of back up Thomas a little bit here, I'm of the belief of that wrestling today can be very good, and it has a lot of good things in it right now. But I do agree also some of the booking decisions and storylines that have been brought up have not been the greatest all time as well. But I do feel like they're, like Brandon mentioned, the talent is outstanding in a lot of cases. It just depends on how you use that talent. But I'm one of the few probably on this current panel who feels like there is a lot of good to be seen in today's wrestling, especially in companies like AEW, even WWE. I thought WrestleMania was very good. And I don't know. I just don't feel as negative about it as some folks do, but I totally understand the criticisms.
I think in ring standpoint, like, I don't know, back in the 90s, I thought it was like athletic as hell and these guys were great. And then I watched like an old pay-per-view and I'm just like, I thought these matches were great. And then just compared to today's matches, I don't know. I think just today's matches blow them matches out of the water. I don't even think it's close, honestly.
Right, and I can respect that, but at the same time, when you sit there and you look at it, I mean, I think I even seen a tweet, and I think that's how I found this page for UTA. It was, I think, AEW botches, and there was I think it was Chris Statlander that was just, man, she was fucking up left and right, and you were right in that tweet. And the thing is, too, I'm not saying wrestling can't be fun. I know the person that I look up to, Jim Cornette, he can't stand the fact of wrestling to be fun, what people call fun these days, but I think it can be a little bit, but still at the same time, you've got to put some realism in there. I mean, yes, we know that it's, God, I hate using that word. It's predetermined. That's what I'll say. But you still got to make them have some type of belief that there is.
It's that suspension of disbelief.
Yes.
Like most of the fans nowadays know that it's predetermined, it's scripted. What we want as fans, at least in my opinion, as a fan, I want to have it to the point of realism to where, like, holy crap, like, what am I watching?
Like, when we all seen Avengers Endgame here, right? We've all seen it.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so you went into that movie knowing it's a movie. You know, at the end of that movie, Iron Man's not a real fucking person.
We don't care that it's fake, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when the end scene happens and it hits an emotional turn for you, you know what I mean? Because you've bought into everything
you've invested into these characters over the past 10 years. It's building story.
And that's what wrestling does not have anymore.
No, because
it's few and far between. Agreed.
It's Tom, Dick, and Harry's fighting Dick, Tom, and Harry. And then next thing you know, when Harry, Tom, and Dick get together, Tom, Dick, and Harry's, it's fucking none of it makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like NXT's been giving us that.
Yeah, they've been one of the better portions.
Yeah,
AEW and NXT to me are the best ones doing it. You can disagree about whether or not they are or not, but I feel like overall they're better than some companies right now. But every company has room for improvement, absolutely, though.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't sit here and say that, I mean, me now would have hated me when I wrestled, with all the fucking garbage matches and shit that I did, and all the fucking
buffoonery.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, people might call me a hypocrite here and whatnot, but it's like, that's why the injuries are so much more nowadays. That's why you have so many more botches, because instead of actually just working and then, putting in maybe a Falcon Arrow or a 450 here and there, you got that in the first 2 minutes. It's like 16 super kicks, 5 Falcon Arrows, 1 flip off the top rope, and fucking 3 dive spots all within the first 2 minutes. It's like, come on, man. It's like fucking. It's just like fucking. Do you want to blow your load right away? No. You want to use some moves. You want to get in there and go this and that. Maybe hit it from
sometimes it calls for you to blow your load quick.
Sometimes it does. Well, sometimes.
Think of it this way: a lot of younger audiences today would look back at a match like Andre and Hogan from WrestleMania 3 and think that it was boring and it was not good. We would consider that a classic.
But it told a story, too.
It did. But what I'm saying is the style that they did back in the day doesn't always work with today's audiences, whether that be low attention span, whatever that might be. I think the reason why wrestling has evolved is to adapt to the times, so to speak. And there's nothing wrong with liking the old school style like Tony would prefer and things like that. It's just that today's wrestling, unfortunately, that doesn't get over with some people anymore. And it's a sad thing. I wish it did. And sometimes it can, like Walter Ciampa at TakeOver. I thought that was
such a great match.
Yeah.
Great ass.
It's just, the business has changed and it's trying to change with the times. And I get it.
I think what I was trying to say, too, is I think it's the same for the NBA. Like, I think today's NBA players would kill the 90s players, the 80s players. Bro.
I struck a chord with Tony.
Who's guarding Steph Curry? Who back then can shoot like Steph Curry? Bro?
I like this guy's alternate view of some of the people on this panel. I love it.
Did you just see the tweet that Rodman put out about him and Pippen, what they would do to LeBron? LaFlop? Fuck LaFlop, man. Fuck LeBron. He still owes me some New Balances.
And I think it's the same with the NFL. It just, as the times, continue to move on, the talent's just going to continue to get better.
And you're right, man. I get that.
The stats especially. Right. Like, they're putting up stats today that never would have been thought of 20, 30 years ago. Now we can argue maybe like physicality of some old football or basketball players, maybe some of the things they were allowed to get away with.
But it was way more physical back then, too.
True.
And that's just saying the players today wouldn't last in the NBA or NFL
it's an argument that works both ways.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
mean? No, it works my way.
all right.
I really like you, Thomas. You need to stick around and do more of these shows with us.
Calm all the way down.
All right, Mr. Adams. So since you are so adamant on saying that this generation's
pull that shit back,
awesome. Who are you really liking right now when you do get to watch some wrestling?
By far, Pete Dunne.
Good choice.
Good choice.
Yeah,
very good choice.
Him and Adam Cole are by far my two favorite people to watch right now.
Yeah, very good. Good company to choose.
That's fair. Very fair.
I can't argue with that at all.
Something I need to bring up because Thomas knows this firsthand from personal experiences. Everybody on this panel knows that I'm not the biggest fan of one Mr. Same Face, Mr. Johnny Gargano, but
Papa John.
Our good friend Thomas here actually got to work with Mr. Gargano. Can you give any insight on that?
Well, what do you want to know? Just everything about the experience?
How professional was he? How was your experience? I mean, was he very approachable? Shit like that,
I was super nervous leading up to it because everyone, I think it was just people just trying to get in my head. I was a year into the business, so I think people were just trying to fuck with me, but they made it seem like he was going to be a dick to me and an asshole, and he was just there to collect a payday. But he walked in, shook my hand, talked, asked me what I wanted to do.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of my stuff that I said that I do, he incorporated into the match. Like, he planned the match out and everything. But I don't know. He was real professional, real respectable. I was nervous as hell, and he could tell. He coached me through that, talked me through that.
Awesome.
And then even after the match, he had nothing but nice things to say about me. So.
Very cool, man. Very cool. It's awesome to hear that, you've had some pretty big experiences in your, 7-year career, man. I mean, you've done a lot of things. You pretty much ran the roost over at RAPW, man. I mean, some people could sit here and say that, it's only a local show, but still, man, you were on top. You were having some of your best matches.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you've had a hell of a run for 7 years, bro.
Yeah.
No, when I look back, I was just having a conversation with my brother about this a couple weeks ago. We were just vibing out, and we were talking about my wrestling, and I said from 2017 to probably the end of 2018, that was my favorite time in wrestling.
Yeah.
I came back in 2015 after a shoulder injury, and when I first came back, I got zero reaction. Nobody gave a shit about me, and I was partnered up with Keith Young, and all of 2015, all of 2016, we grinded our asses off to, get the crowd to hate us. And then it just took off in 2017, and all of 2017, all of 2018, we basically ran roughshod. And
yeah, dude, you were a great heel, man. I'm obviously moved away from Ohio, so I couldn't be at a lot of those shows, or honestly any of those shows, but just watching some of the stuff that they put up on YouTube and just seeing some of the things that you did, man, you just, because I was there when you first started training. I was there when you came in, and you and Chase, somebody, Pretty Boy Fight Squad, right?
Yeah,
you guys.
Oh God, I remember that.
I love that guy, man.
Chase is a great dude, man, and I'd like to have him on the show sometime as well.
Chase.
But man, you guys you were like sponges, dude. You guys listened to everything, and you were super respectful. And even when a lot of people fuck with you, man, because I mean, honestly, in that HBW locker room, the place that me, you, and Brandon, we kind of came up in, that's just how it was. Whether we liked you or we disliked you, you got fucked with, no matter what. Just
no hands, no hold about that shit. Yeah.
If we liked you, you just didn't get it as bad. If we didn't like you, man, we really fucked with you.
And you know that wasn't nothing for me because I played football, so I knew how it was, the hazing and the paying your dues for the older guys, and yeah. So when I came into pro wrestling, it was kind of nothing to me, honestly. I took it on the chin and just.
You did. You absolutely did. And I just, like I said, man, I wanted to say that I'm proud of how far your journey's come. I mean, I know we lost touch for a while, and I lost touch with a lot of people, but I still watched you in the background, man, and a lot of the things that I've seen, I'm just super proud of you, kid. And I hope someday, if you want to, if your heart's into it, you can get back in, maybe in a manager role or something, man. But I think you have a
viewpoint on that changes daily. Like right now, if you ask me, I would say never. Like in this moment right now, I never want to wrestle again. But like an hour from now, when I get off the podcast, I could go on YouTube and be watching some promos and be like, you know what, I'm back. And then wake up in the morning and be like, fuck wrestling. I never want to do it again. I'm so bipolar with it. And my son Xavier, he's going to be 15 in November. He wants to start training, and he wants me to train him, and he wants to be able to like work with me someday. So that might be my ticket back one day. Who knows? Yeah. But as of right now, I don't think I have plans to ever.
Yeah, I can understand that. I mean, I have the itch too, man. I still want to have one more match because I know the match that I went out on, it wasn't my best, and I wasn't happy with that. But I also know in my head that my big fat ass I couldn't go out there and even have a death match anymore. I'm just too broken down.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean that I would love to book maybe or fucking be a manager or something still. It's still inside me. I know it is.
I think I'll for sure. I don't want to say maybe. I don't want to guarantee another run, but I know I'm for sure probably going to have at least one more match one day because I don't want my last match to be me banging my head on the gym floor, and I want to go out kind of on my terms. And
absolutely.
Yeah.
So, you want to kick it off into one of our next segments, Eric?
Yeah, sure. I think Brandon is kind of vital to this next segment. Let's see if he can maybe. Well, I don't know. Tony, you said you were going to maybe do it.
Yeah, Tony said he was going to do it.
Yeah. We're going to play a little. We're going to play a little game that we sometimes like to do on the show called "Would You Rather." Basically, you take two ridiculous concepts, and we're going to debate amongst the panel to see which you would prefer to maybe do for yourself.
And now Tony's going to make it the most ridiculous out of it.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be interesting.
This ought to be fun.
All right. So, would you rather?
Yes.
Would you rather jerk off an angry bear with mittens of thumbtacks, or
make him angrier?
Or would you rather neuter a bobcat with a rusty butter knife while you were covered in steaks?
Covered in what? Steaks?
Steaks, raw steak, yeah.
Time out.
This is what is it with lose situations with you?
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
one of them, like when in a would you rather, one of them has to give you somewhat of an out.
You do. You have an out.
With what?
Get mauled to death by a cat or get mauled to death by a bear. Where's
bro, I'm beating that dick. I'm beating that grizzly dick.
I reserve the right to say neither. I said that last week. I'll say this week. I reserve the right to say neither.
I think that's the first time that's ever been said on any podcast.
Yeah. With the enthusiasm that it was said too.
There's no hesitation too. Just
you be Grizzly Adams. Hey, look at that.
You're gonna end up just like Grizzly Adams.
I don't know. I couldn't imagine hurting a bobcat. They're cute.
You know what?
I'm not the dude who
bears aren't
that bobcat.
You know what I'm thinking about right now? How I'm going to put that into a thumbnail. The question. Without,
figure out something good.
It may just be "Would you rather" episode, whatever.
Or you just do a bear and a bobcat.
I think the filter's cool.
Yeah, I guess I could do it that way.
I'm doing the.
I'm taking the bobcat. It's smaller.
Wow.
Look,
my foot on it.
Look, man, I could throw the steaks off of me, and while he's eating, I'm dipping. But I'm just saying. So yeah.
The bear though,
What? You got mitts of thumbtacks.
Get in, get out.
Yeah.
You might to what? Brush his hair? You ain't gonna do nothing with those thumbtacks.
Just stroke them gently while you.
You're already doing that.
I mean, I guess if I have to choose, I'll do the bobcat, but and maybe use the stakes to lure it away from.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess,
Yeah,
but
that's what I said.
You guys are weird, man.
But
You have no idea.
Butter knife.
this is all Tony right now. I mean,
Yeah.
this is his brain.
Jesus.
All right, what's the next one? What's the next one?
Next,
We only usually do one.
hey, if you got another one, go for it.
Yeah.
If you got one, TA, shoot it out.
Or Brandon, you got one? You're the one.
Yeah, Brandon, go.
Yeah, pick out one right quick. This is an extended version of the segment this
But
week.
see, his are so boring. It's like, would you rather have a candy bar or would you rather go get a milkshake? Naya, I can't see. Please.
Nah. I didn't realize she was there.
The professionalism is off the chain.
Hey, man.
Always with us.
I said at the beginning of doing this show, I have children.
You said it would not be the normal run of the mill podcast either, and boy, were you right.
Well, come on, Al Bundy, married with children. Pick a fucking topic.
Go ahead. I gotta look for one.
Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ. All right, fine.
Weird ass shit. Don't come at me like that.
Would you rather milk a cow with inflamed titties, or would you rather?
I mean, man, just one day, I'd like to know what it's like in his head.
No, you wouldn't.
No,
Or would you rather swim in an ocean full of sharks while you have an open wound with your, blood and water?
You said cow?
Yeah.
I think I don't want to do that either. But out of the two, I might survive the cow.
Are my titties inflamed?
No, it could be if you want it to be.
I'm milking the cow.
Me too, 'cause I can't
I'll milk the
swim.
cow.
My name would be Shad. I'd be stuck. Just fucking float. What? Is he here? Fuck him.
Maybe Brandon can end this segment on a PG version of this game.
Just pick something, dude.
All right. Would you rather have a rewind button or a pause button on your life? Would you rather rewind your life or pause your life?
I'd rather rewind.
Rewind.
Yeah, there ain't nothing to see now.
I'd rather
Besides work, and who wants to do that?
Yeah, what the fuck would I want to be stuck here with you for?
Jeez.
Yeah,
Wow.
Tell us how you really feel, buddy.
let's
God.
rewind. So,
Wow.
Wow.
take all the oil out of it.
all right, and that was.
All right.
Would you rather?
Well, yeah, so
Oh,
well, I guess
one, Eric?
no. I was going to move on to the next topic, but
Okay.
yeah, are we good? All right, so we'll move into this week's movie news segment, which is going to be where we go over a lot of the movie news that happened throughout the week. Just kind of discuss what we think about it. There's not very much really happening in that world this week, so I kind of pulled some random topics, and hopefully it'll suffice. This week was the annual Oscars awards show. Apparently nobody watched it. Had the lowest ratings in its history. Does anybody have a thought as to maybe why that is? Do you even care about this show? Was it pandemic related? People sick of Hollywood?
I think it's
Get
just because.
woke, go broke.
I don't know.
Look, man, I'm not Republican and I'm not Democrat. I'm just somewhere in between, and I think that's what everybody's making things these days.
Yeah.
Everything is so political. It's either you feel one way or you feel another, and they just shove it down your throat. And I think people are kind of tired of seeing that. I don't think anybody really wants to try and live in fear anymore. I think people want to just relax and go back to normal. I mean, I know that's kind of hard to do. I mean, COVID is a real thing, but it's just, I don't know, man. And not only that, just the whole,
Well, there's
political everywhere.
There's another option to this too. 2020 with the pandemic, there was really no movies released, so there was really nothing to really see at the Oscars. So it's kind of like nobody wanted to watch it because there's nothing to see.
Is that true?
There's always that possibility.
Plus, the movies that are always up for nominations are movies that
I've never seen.
most of them I've never seen. Most of them I've never even heard about. It's just these.
Uncultured swine.
No,
I'll live with that. I'll live with
indie-
that.
Like these indie Sundance movies that legitimately a small portion of people have seen, and those are the ones that matter. Like, half of the big blockbuster movies,
they rarely get nominated for anything like
They
that.
rarely get nominated for any of like the best picture.
Yeah, it's always these weird indie Sundance movies that get those.
It's
I'm a
the
terrible
artsy
movie
fartsy
watcher in general.
movies.
Really?
Thomas, you're very cultured. You're very refined. What have you been watching lately? Do you have any nominations that you would make?
I don't watch movies, bro.
No, just a lot of porn.
Seen any of the
Bro, when I watch, if I watch anything, it's YouTube or Twitch. Like I'm
Gotcha.
watching a lot of video games. Like
Okay.
that's kind of like my focus right now. Just
Did you watch Mortal Kombat at all then with the video game movie?
I watched like the first 10 minutes,
Gotcha. Okay.
and then I got distracted.
Yeah. Shiny.
Well, it's, we all gave it a pretty good review. So if you're into Mortal Kombat games, it might be worth checking out the rest of it. That maybe.
I'm definitely going to, and I think the fight scenes alone is worth it. Like
Yeah, that was the best parts of it, to be totally honest.
And Kano was the other.
Oh,
God,
yeah.
Kano was funny as hell.
Kano was great.
Well, speaking of that, I guess it did well enough. It made like 122 million from what I heard.
Yeah,
From someone?
it did really good.
Okay.
So I was like, sequel's on its way then.
Sounds like it. Yeah. So, and if that's the case, good. I think
And
it's a good sign.
also on that, the Johnny Cage, it looks like Mike Mizanin has talked his way into that role. From
Well,
what I'm
a
hearing.
lot of people, Kano, the actor that played Kano, is actually pushing for Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I've been hearing Ryan Reynolds a lot, but I don't know if they're going to do it.
That
I
dude
think
could
too
be.
big of a name.
Yeah.
But he would do it. He would do it though.
He'd be
He would
good
be
at it,
good at it.
especially
Oh,
as
yeah.
the smooth talker or the quick-witted Johnny Cage
Yeah.
for sure. And obviously he's got the action background with Deadpool and things like that, so he could definitely pull it off. I think.
I've seen a meme.
Like Tony said, I think it's just too big of a name.
And he's very busy too. He's got other
yeah.
roles he's good.
He's got
at.
cell phones to sell.
All
So,
right. Okay.
Hold on, I've seen this meme of the actor that played Kano, and it said, "The actor that played Kano is going to have back surgery for carrying
the entire movie.
Yeah.
I've seen that
man.
too. I showed this to Eric, but I don't know if you guys can see it.
Not really.
No.
But,
No.
but it's
Oh,
essentially
like Steve Harvey.
yeah. Steve Harvey looks
Yeah.
like Jax. He pretty well does. That mustache, man. I thought that was Steve Harvey for a minute there when I saw it.
I didn't like the Jax character.
Yeah, could have been better.
While we're kind of talking about video games movie, Thomas, you're big fan of Twitch. You like to be on there. You're playing Fortnite a lot right now, right?
yes, Fortnite. That's like 90% of my time, and then I play a little bit of Call of Duty here and there. But
I want it open.
I get
Well,
murdered
you
in
wanna-
that game.
You want to go ahead
Yeah.
and plug your channel real quick or something where people can find you on, if they want to
yeah, I stream on Facebook now. Actually,
Oh, okay.
the name of the page is TA Plays.
Awesome. We need to give that a check and a follow. I think I did earlier today on my personal Facebook page. So
Yeah, and in the video description of this video, we're going to put all your links and stuff so everybody can find you. And
Okay.
go check out
Perfect.
Thomas for sure. Yeah, and we'll plug everything again at the end of the show here if that's okay with everybody
absolutely.
else. So
put
yeah.
you over.
Yeah.
Is there anything you're looking forward to coming out? Or I mean, I know you kind of said you're strictly with.
No, it's Fortnite. There's nothing coming out.
So.
I mean, I'm sure there'll be some new skins in the item shop. I've
Gotcha,
spent
gotcha. Okay.
Where's my children?
thousands of dollars, bro. Thousands, like
I heard Neymar is coming to Fortnite.
Yeah, Jackson's already got it. Jackson already got that.
yeah,
skin.
he's on there right now.
Nice.
And all
Wait.
that shit.
Y'all say
Where I work
Kmart?
at,
Like store
Neymar.
Neymar's
Marvel character.
Oh,
No.
not
Namor.
Oh, I'm
No,
thinking
soccer
name
player,
more.
Brazilian
My bad.
soccer player.
Jesus.
Sorry.
There's
So-
a kid at my work that is big into Fortnite, and he's always telling me about it. So that's how I know about it.
I'm 100% sure that's what he's in the bedroom doing right now. So I woke up this morning and he goes, "Hey, can I have this skin?" And I go, "What is it?" It's a crash test dummy. That's all it is. It was like,
I got it. I got that one.
but it's like $10 for me to buy. And I'm like, no, I literally just gave you 25 and you bought this, and this. No. Plus I paid for the whole monthly situation. Like you get like every month to get all this. And I'm like, nah, dude,
Yeah.
you got it.
By the way, he is playing Fortnite right now.
Yeah, that's exactly.
He checks
Thomas.
in.
I've got the PS app on my phone.
Listen,
He's
I
the only one
tried,
on right now.
I tried to play Fortnite one time with him. Shit you not. The only reason we won is because of him. He carried me through the whole game. Like,
I
killed two
know
Bro,
I played
it's-
with you and him
it's
before.
such
and it
a- Such a hard game.
people. No, it's not. It's not hard.
building, I'll give you that. The building's
The
hard.
building aspect of it, yeah, fine, whatever.
I'll give you
But-
that.
Have you guys ever watched like actual competitive
Yeah.
Fortnite,
Yes.
I did.
like the World Cup, and
Nope.
like go
I haven't
watch
watched that, but
like those end games, like the skill it takes to win in those situations, bro.
You watch CDL? Have you watched the Call of Duty League?
Bro,
Have you watched that?
Fortnite takes way more skill than Call of Duty.
Oh,
Way more skill.
Well, I mean,
only
that'd be bad
because
at
of the
Fortnite,
building
too.
aspect. Only
you
because
can
of the building aspect.
You want.
Oh my God!
You know
You
it
should
does.
see this heifer on the draft. She is an old middle-aged black lady wearing something skin tight like a motherfucker. She's I don't know if that says mama or what. She just adjusted her titties on TV too. Legit, she went like this. She went, man.
She's trying to get the contract back.
Whoever got drafted is her meal ticket.
It was Kadarius Tony for
Okay,
whatever.
yeah.
Hey,
Picks
the
up
Colts are
that.
on the clock. Sweet. Come on, Blue.
Somebody out there.
Ooh, Carson
All
Wentz. Yay or nay, Carson Wentz?
No.
It depends on if he can stay healthy, I think, and
Oh,
Frank
crap.
Reich.
No.
But we'll see. It's a wait and see approach with me for now, but potential.
No.
Potential.
Wasn't happy about it.
Well, yeah.
All
Well,
right,
when he
here's
starts
the-
winning, don't become running to me. Then it'd be like, go
I'm not.
Colts.
Just like this.
So are you
I
guys
need
talking
to
about
know.
a lady in pink, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, I just saw that. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that was.
Oh yeah, I see her now.
Oh my.
What? She adjusted. What,
Short red hair.
Yeah.
Probably.
Pink
His mama
bodysuit.
or his auntie. It's like she about to get paid.
Yeah, they still got
Man.
5 minutes here. All right. Well, while we're waiting on the Colts pick here, let's move on to our next subject here. Anybody a Game of Thrones fan at all?
No.
Negative.
Nope.
All right, moving on. Forget that.
All right.
no, they got a prequel series called House of the Dragon that is coming out soon. John Wick fan? Anybody? John Wick?
Never seen any.
Never seen a movie.
I have his skin in Fortnite.
There you
Yeah,
go.
you-
That's-
Never seen the movie though. Never seen the movie. Got this Fortnite skin though.
This is
Fortnite,
real
no, never seen the movie. No Keanu Reeves. Got the skin in Fortnite.
well, apparently they're making a prequel series called The Continental. It is also set 40 years before that show, so no Keanu Reeves in it. But apparently that show is coming out soon as well. Flintstones?
Oh,
What are they doing with them?
I watched the Flintstones.
You probably at least heard of them. They're getting a sequel animated adult comedy series coming to Fox called Bedrock.
Nice.
All
Does that
right.
mean they're gonna be doing a lot of fucking? Bedrock?
Yeah. Bam Bam. Y'all about to find out what that name's all about.
It sounds very Family Guy-esque to me with the
Oh.
the
Bam
comedy.
Bam's gonna be clapping them dino cheeks.
Well, Pebble's supposed to be a fully grown adult woman now, so
Oh, I bet.
Oh,
I don't think
Yabba
they
dabba
do
doo.
anymore.
You know?
They ain't fellas anymore.
Bam Bam was really about too.
Also, Adam Wingard, director of Godzilla vs. Kong, in talks to return for Son of Kong. I know Brandon's a little bit into the lore of the Godzilla vs. Kong stuff, so thought maybe he have a...
Listened to so many books about that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Why
There's
the
a
fuck would I care
whole
about a
weird
giant ape and a
story
fucking
about
giant lizard?
This is the giant ape's son, though. Yeah,
Okay,
I
so
don't know.
Oh, less giant ape?
Yeah, less
Right.
giant.
You
Yeah.
know what?
We-
Fuck off.
Fuck you,
Aggressive.
Wholehearted.
Thomas. What you think about the monkey and the lizard?
Why you keep saying monkey? It's a gorilla.
I have no
Monkey.
care in the world
See,
for Kong
exactly.
or Godzilla.
Monkey, gorilla, lizard, ape, orangutan.
Listen,
they all
at this
Primate.
point,
can swing some trees.
at this point for Thomas, if it ain't a Fortnite skin, he don't give a shit.
Hey,
To each
don't
their own,
I
I
mean-
always say.
He's not wrong. He's not
Don't
wrong.
disrespect our guests before we're not gonna have another one if you keep doing that
I'm not
shit.
disrespect. He literally agreed with what I just said.
By all means, though, when our fun fact and trivia guy Mike comes on, make fun of him all you want. Go right ahead. So I'm good with that.
This mama called him digger, and Tony looked at him like, "Fuck you just say."
This is-
Look, man, I don't go
a
for
hard
racist
D,
shit.
hard D. Yeah,
All right, see, Eric,
Yeah.
things that we talked
that
about.
sounded anyway.
They did it, and then I'm supposed to act like it didn't happen.
Yeah,
Eric
You
almost
said
got shanked.
like
I-
The
I-
hard D.
yeah. Sorry,
All right.
that's bad. Moving on. The last movie topic. It's not really a movie; it's more of a TV series. Ironheart, the series, has got a new screenwriter for Marvel, becoming to Disney Plus soon. Thoughts on that character,
I'm interested to see where it goes.
I
especially
could really give a shit less about Iron Heart, Iron Lung, fucking.
not
whatever.
interested in where they're taking the Iron Man-esque character in the series.
No, because
Yeah,
they
you know,
should just.
he's dead.
Wow. He deader than a doornail. That's all there is to that, huh?
I have no interest in Marvel or DC, none of that.
Unless it's a skin in Fortnite, because I guarantee you got that Iron Man
Wait,
skin.
Bro, I got all the Marvel skins, all the Star Wars.
Hey,
Yep.
Star Wars,
Yep.
or at least Star Wars and Fortnite.
No,
Probably not
he's
movies.
not.
Yeah.
What did I just say?
Yeah.
Okay, if it ain't a
It's all right.
Fortnite skin, it ain't happening.
Well, at least the Colts pick is in. Let's see.
Yeah.
Hurry up.
Pay for that skin too, Thomas.
Well, while we're waiting on the Colts pick, our next topic is just a little bit of a topic of debate that we had in our private chat before the show. Do you feel like different color M&Ms taste different?
Oh, we about to have this discussion.
I don't.
This shit just got real.
Yeah,
hard.
You
fat
dirty bitch.
no.
Communist.
I know the green ones supposedly make you horny, but that's the old wives' tale or whatever it is.
What M&M's you eating?
For real.
The green ones.
Hey, we gotta get some green M&M's.
Hey, I need you to run an experiment real quick. Hey, Thomas.
No.
Hold on, real quick. Thomas, you remember Jaden, right? My oldest
Yeah.
son? Look how big.
Bro, I see the pictures all the time, and I can't believe it.
Like, real. Yes, you are. All right.
So look, man, this M&M thing, it's legit, it's real. Them I've been eating those things like crazy, and obviously I'm fat, so look at me. But I'm just saying, them motherfuckers, you pop one and it's different. Each color is a different flavor. I don't care what anyone
No.
says.
Time out.
Yes.
Time out.
No.
Eric, no, look, you,
Listen,
Damon,
I was
your
joking when I said that shit.
You
I
eat
thought he
cheese
was
and that's
joking.
it.
I was joking when I agreed with Tony because I thought he was joking. But now listening to you and seeing how for real you is about this shit, you do realize it's just different colored
coloring.
dye. It
Yeah.
has no flavor.
And you do realize they taste different, motherfucker.
How?
No.
You were just
What do you
taking
mean,
a
how?
bag.
At least I'm not the minority on this one.
There's
Yeah,
no
you can
flavor.
taste each different color, man. I'm
No,
telling you.
you can't.
Whatever mushrooms you took beforehand and then ate the M&Ms, I'm sure you could taste the color.
Used by Indy's pick there, Eric.
Whatever. Shut up. Colts are about to pick.
Yeah, I'm a little behind Damon here, but
I'm a little confused by this.
come on, Roger, get to the podium. He's taking a
He's
seat.
I mean, if
already
you
at the
want,
podium.
you can say
Oh,
it.
you guys got edge. Nice. Nice
Is it Edge Rusher? Hey, I'm happy with Edge Rusher. We
It's
need
like
Edge Rusher.
Quiddy something.
Quiddy Pay
Yeah.
from
Yeah, I
Michigan.
never heard of him, but if,
Very
if,
nice,
if he feels
very
the need
nice.
of Edge Rusher, I'm totally happy with it as a Colts fan.
You got
What
a
do you
good player
pay?
there.
I still want to see left tackle for sure at some point. and maybe
They were just
receiver.
talking about like how that's a big position they need. I guess they can
The
get
edge.
a good one.
Well, remember they've got that
Thing
defensive interior with Buckner, and,
Yeah.
and if they get edge like the old days of Freeney and Mathis, that's something I think our defense has definitely been lacking is that pass rush. So
Oh yeah.
definitely okay with it as long as he's good. So we'll see. I
So
don't
what's
know much
next
about
on our list of? My man got a Wakanda man. Damn.
what?
Honda
You got,
Bravo.
you got the Wakanda fucking thing on his collar of his shirt. Anyways,
Honda. This
Well-
man.
Well, about the only thing we had left on this week's show was going over Raw, SmackDown, NXT, AEW, but we haven't got SmackDown this week, obviously, but we can preview it. But we
And
decided.
got-
What's that?
I was just gonna say, Eric, you might want to let the fans know that we have a new method.
Yeah, we've got a little
doing
bit
this.
new of a new format for the pro wrestling segment of the show. We realized that last week and the week prior we kind of went long with the pro wrestling segment, so we've decided to truncate the segment down to 20 minutes tops for all 4 shows, 5 minutes per show. I've also added a countdown clock. The panels here are not going to be able to see it right now, but everybody viewing at home will be able to see it, and there will be a buzzer when the 5 minutes is up. So we'll starting now with 5 minutes on Monday Night Raw. Highs and lows, go.
RK Bro, fuck that. Fuck them birds. Fuck that team.
Wait.
Yes.
So I didn't watch Raw. So they
They didn't
made
either.
Randy Orton and Riddle are now a tag
Yeah.
team, and they're calling it RK Bro.
Yeah.
I love
And
it.
You would, Thomas. You would.
I mean, we all know how it's gonna go.
What's
Orton's
that?
gonna turn on him. They're gonna have a feud, and
Uh,
it's not gonna go on forever.
No.
I hope
I
not.
actually don't expect it to go much longer than maybe a couple weeks. And to me,
Yeah.
it makes me feel like Riddle's being booked like an idiot because how does he not see this RKO coming? But other than that, Randy Orton playing a straight guy to Riddle's goofiness, entertaining. I'll say that. And they worked well in the ring on Monday night, too.
Is it going to be just one of those things that leads to a feud between the two of them?
I'm guessing because you got to
that's
remember
what Thomas just said,
Riddle beat Orton clean last week on Raw, so it's kind of interesting to me that Randy all of a sudden wants to be teammates.
Well, do you remember the Twitter beef they had? A year back or so. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably how Thomas said it's going to happen.
Okay.
The only other thing really worth of noting is what Braun Strowman, didn't he turn on? I don't want to say turn as in becoming a heel, but he took out fucking Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, and now he's in the triple threat match at WrestleMania Backlash now too, because he just beat Drew. They were on like 3 different matches on this show and ended up getting in a number 1 contendership match again, which Braun lost last week, but now they're putting him in another match to be the number 1 contender, which I'm like, okay, did you just lose?
Horrible booking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
I'm
we
just
had
bored of Braun.
Yeah, I agree. Braun's he looks great. He's getting a lot, more muscular and trim.
Every time I ever got high on Braun, they didn't pull the trigger and give him the title. And now that they want to get him back in that picture, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm with you, dude.
But that's what they seem to do with a lot of stars nowadays, anyways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can't go past this segment without mentioning the tomato fight that happened between Miz, Jackson Riker Elias, and the New Day and Damian Priest. They were literally brought out a guitar case full of tomatoes and started chucking them on the Miz TV segment at Miz and his cohorts. So,
and supposedly Morrison got hit in the ball shoot. So
yeah. But tomato fights, and on top of that, buckets of water were being thrown around in the women's tag match later that night because they ought to have Nia Jax slip sliding around because of the whole thing that happened in Mania. They got to make Nia out to be this goof.
Why?
Because they think it's funny.
Look, man, I'm really trying to ride with you on this given WWE shit, but if you keep on popping off like that, we're going to get into an AEW thing because they ain't fucking any better, all right?
I mean, and I'm trying to find good in Raw. Believe me, I gave WrestleMania praise, so I'm trying to find good here.
And I'm trying to ride with you, man. You got you motherfucker.
I mean, it's also worth noting no AJ or Almost or Bray Wyatt on this show again.
I heard that they're going to be AJ and Almas will be on Raw next week. Now, of course, that may change come Monday morning, but I heard that Almas is kind of nursing an injury right now. I think from Mania, so
never mind.
That's why they've been off the last couple of weeks. But I think it's being reported that they're going to be back on Monday.
Okay,
upcoming Monday.
Great. What's next?
Dominic Dijakovic and Dio Madden are still being called T-Bar and Mace, even though they're not wearing their mask anymore, and they're now wearing face paint. They look like a bad version of Ascension or Legion of Doom.
I saw somewhere a meme like how it started, how it is, or like it was something, and then they had T-Bar and Mace as like the Wish product of what you ordered.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
It was the exact same face paint as I think the Road Warriors.
Mm-hmm. That is terrible.
Yeah. No, it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same.
It was similar.
Also, John.
Go ahead. Black dude's face paint looked like fucking Andre the Giant when he was trying to like kill the Ultimate Warrior or whatever. They were just fucking different colored lines. It was terrible.
Oh God.
Also, John Morrison returned on this show, and I guess during his promo said he has quote a moist voice as Johnny Drip Drip. So that's just some of the verbiage they use. Also,
true.
Also, Rhea.
Shut up. He said true.
True.
Oh, does that get you moist, TA?
Yeah.
He said true.
Also, Rhea Ripley once again stared off into the distance during a promo. She hit her finishing maneuver during the tag match, and then also immediately tagged out to Nia Jax so she could get the win, even though she had a finisher, which I thought was interesting. But that's the 5 minutes on this segment, so I guess we'll move that. Then that's pretty much all I had covered for it.
Moving on.
All right, so we'll move on to NXT now. I don't know. I thought overall it wasn't a bad show. It didn't have a lot of great stuff on there. There's a lot of main roster comedy, but the first 20 minutes, obviously, there was a match with Mercedes Martinez and Dakota Kai that ended in a DQ finish when Raquel Gonzalez kicked Mercedes in the head. Great match until the finish.
Dude, legit, I thought you was going to say she gave her a cunt punt. I thought you were going to say she kicked her right in the coochie.
Now, why would I say that? I mean,
Well, I didn't think you were gonna place it that way. Like,
sorry. Sometimes when I get to read my own handwriting, it doesn't go well. But
I
yeah,
wasn't expecting him to say that either.
What?
But
Cut punt?
yeah,
punt.
Yeah, I didn't expect it.
no, man, I didn't even.
Well, that's what I expected, guys. So I'm just saying.
to me, it's
Correct.
just like, okay, you ruined another great match with a DQ finish, but I get you're setting up Raquel and Mercedes Martinez, so that in that regard, it does make some sense. We had Ember and Shotzi backstage arguing over who did not receive flowers from Dexter Loomis. Yeah, Lewis. Sorry. Tony Storm got pinned on a distraction finish from Zoe Stark. Tony Storm was already beat clean by Zoe Stark. Now Tony Storm will likely win the rematch, so it's probably going to be 50-50 booking to get Tony her win back, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Doubt it.
Tony Storm can do no wrong. All right.
Hey, I like Tony Storm. I think she kind of has this Bret Hart thing going on.
I don't think Tony's going to. No, I think she won't get her win back yet.
I'm a terrible guest, and I didn't watch Raw or SmackDown or AEW.
No, dude, you're not.
Don't feel bad. Some of these guys
No,
didn't
we
either.
have people on the panel that didn't even watch it.
Either. I just know
We
it's
just-
a little dumb.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
keep
I
up
haven't
with it.
I haven't even watched it, bro. Anything on it.
Sadly, I'm a glutton for punishment, and I do watch these shows, unfortunately.
I can't.
And
do it.
I've never actually watched an episode of AEW.
Huh? I mean,
Well,
I don't think Tony has either.
no, I don't think.
You're better
I
off for it.
Come on,
I can't
man.
do it. I can't do it. Like
Hey, to each their own. No, I'm never
Okay,
going to begrudge
all right.
anybody.
I'm done. I'm done. I'll cut it
I'm
off.
gonna
I'm
do this.
sorry. I took over. I took over.
No, you're fine, man.
No, you're fine. I'm just saying I would rather have a long tube of glass shoved down the hole of my dick and
Time's
then
ticking.
busted inside than watch AEW.
Damn.
Wow. Also at NXT, they teased dissension with Imperium a little bit. Alexander Wolf would not hit Killian Dane on the outside. Killian Dane, they may even be teasing that he may join Imperium, or maybe even Alexander Wolf may break off and rejoin his Sanity partner, Dane and Maverick, and make it 3-on-3 with Imperium. That's always possible. But
Yeah.
I don't want to see him break up Imperium all together, but you drop out Wolf, I'm okay with it, I guess.
Yeah, he's like the black sheep of the group. Like,
So
And the fact that him and Killian have that history will work out well. So
Yeah.
makes sense.
the 6-man main event was really good, other than the fact, again, I'm a stickler about pinning champions. I don't know why, I just am.
Why?
Because it makes them look weaker when you do it. Now, don't get me wrong, you could do it occasionally, but don't do it every week on every segment to set up tag team matches or title matches by beating the champions all the time. To me, that's a little bit lazy. But occasionally, I got no problem beating a champion. You know, like
what was the main? What was the main?
It was MSK and Kushida versus Legado del Fantasma, and I guess Legado del Fantasma pinned one of the champions from MSK in the 6-man tag.
Our good friend Shima Zion, a part of the El Fantasma, Orgasmo, Legita, whatever the fuck you call it.
Other than that, though, great match. I mean, great TV main event. Ted DiBiase made a debut on this. Basically, who was it? Cameron Grimes was in a watch store, was buying expensive Rolexes, and DiBiase walked in there with a more expensive watch and gave his laugh and walked off. So I chuckled a little bit. I marked out for Ted DiBiase. I ain't gonna lie, but
Awesome.
yeah.
So,
Indy Hartwell told Loomis in one of the matches that she thought he talked too much, which I thought was interesting because Loomis doesn't talk ever.
that's the point.
Hector Loomis
Yeah.
is such a weird character, but I like him.
Oh, that was during the Bronson Reed Austin Theory match, which again, Bronson Reed, who lost his title opportunity against Gargano at I believe it was the Takeover night 2,
Yeah,
and all of a sudden he gets
over.
another opportunity by beating Theory. This is where the distraction with Indy came into play, but Bronson Reed wins and gets another shot at Gargano.
I'm not saying my outlook on Gargano has changed, but I'll give him a little more slack since he treated our boy Thomas Adams so well. I'll be a little less harsh.
And that match with O'Reilly was incredible. Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher made a return on the stage, and Ciampa called Timothy Thatcher Toothless Timmy. I guess because he's missing a tooth. I just thought that was kind of funny, so I thought I'd throw that in there too.
He's not missing a nut.
Like Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa to me are like one of the two realest guys in the ring. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you seen the match that they had together? They
Yeah, it was-
beat the hell out of each other, like real. So like, I feel like two people you probably don't want to make fun of are those two, but I get what they're doing with the Grizzled Young Vets because they're also, again, two of the same people, like
Right.
who have that realism about them in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I think that'll work. The feud between those four guys would be good.
Okay, the time has expired for NXT, but I will say that Adam Cole also had a he came off as a star with a sit-down interview he had. O'Reilly was looking on and shaking his head to the interview. But so it looks like they're going to maybe set up, I don't know, loser leads NXT match. I don't know where you go after the big match they had at TakeOver, but you can go somewhere with it.
Killed each other now.
Right, it'll still be good.
Talking about hard hitters, Thomas, who's the hardest person you've ever been in the ring with as far as hitting? Like, who lays it in?
Rephrase that one.
Probably the Bev, Bobby Beverly.
Oh man, Bobby Beverly. That's wow.
So he's stiff, is what.
But honestly, those were my favorite like matches, like because he wants it back. Like he gives it to you and he wants it back.
Right.
But probably Bobby, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Well, so
you have no idea who the fuck Bobby Beverly is.
No.
All right, we got 2 more shows to run through here, so I'll start the countdown again now, and we'll go through. Hold on, let me start it again. I missed it. All right, there we go. AEW Dynamite. All right, I want to take part of this. I understand.
I don't know.
But Tony knows that I have been defending AEW Dynamite's booking. And, of course, they start the show and make me look a little bit stupid. So, because I'm going to criticize them. I've told you I'd be fair. They start the night with Brian Cage versus Adam Hangman Page, the number 1 contender, according to the rankings, for Kenny Omega's title, right? And before the match, Adam Hangman Page is attacked by Team Taz, powerbombed on the stage, and he never really recovers and pretty much gets squashed by Brian Cage in this match, and they pin Adam Hangman Page, the supposed number 1 contender. The only thing I can think of is they're not doing the match right now against Kenny Omega, and they feel like he can afford the loss. But even so, I don't agree with them maybe pinning Adam Hangman Page just yet. I don't know if I like that.
Here's the thing with that, though. Even going into the start of AEW, they were making Adam Page to be that one.
Yeah.
From this whole point on. Then he had that whole thing with Kenny as a tag team, and then the whole drinking shit, and then like now this shit with the Dark Order or whatever the hell they're called, and then either do it at this point or don't.
I can agree.
It's getting to be tiresome and old to where you're not going to give the shit about Hangman at all after a while.
I think what they're trying to do is wait till the crowd's back, but you can only do that so long.
Yeah.
So I agree. And they better happen soon. I'd say by the end of this year or even this summer, they need to pull the trigger on him. Or, like you said, fans are going to start losing interest, and I totally get it. Try to see here. Outside of that, I thought the show was fairly booked well. I know some people on this panel ain't going to agree with it. Had good matches all the way down the card. I thought the build-up to Blood and Guts next week, especially with the parlay segment with the Inner Circle Pinnacle, was good. They did not brawl. It didn't end up in a brawl like we thought it might. It actually ended up with
Jericho's promo on that. He's pretty fucking passionate about that.
But here's the thing, though. You have, at this point, 2 factions that one of them has to lose, right?
It's going to be Inner Circle.
It can't be the Pinnacle because you're trying to build them up.
Right.
But if it's the Circle, then what's the fucking point? Because now you're just having a bunch of guys who could use a push, and you're not going to do anything. Like, what's the 2?
The Pinnacle needs to win this match. That's all there is.
Yeah, if they don't, I'll be mad. And you know how I am as an AEW defender. So, yeah, I'll be upset. Yeah.
Brandon, you talking about Ortiz and Santana?
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to get more involved in the tag scene.
Seriously.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they'll probably eventually go that route. But the Bucks could lose the titles, but I don't. It sounds like they're building to Moxley and Kingston possibly winning those titles. But it seems like we may also, after this show, get Kingston versus Moxley or Kingston versus Omega first. Obviously, Moxley or Kingston ain't going to win that match, but they had a great segment where Kingston had Nakazawa down and was going to break his ankle, and he told Kenny, if you don't get in the ring, I'm going to break his ankle. Kenny goes, go ahead. He knew what he signed up for, break his ankle. So I thought that was funny. But other than that, it set up the match, and they're going to do a tag match next week for the Blood and Guts show, which also has a stacked card, by the way, with Cody versus QT and that match. And I think they got a tag team number 1 contenders match and things like that. Plus
also got Moxley versus some Japanese legend who I don't even know.
Yugi Nagata.
He was about to say Japanese lesbian.
Yeah, Yugi Nagata for the IGWP US title in a couple weeks. So that could be interesting. I don't think I've ever seen Yugi Nagata wrestle. I know we've watched some New Japan stuff a little bit, but
Yeah.
I don't think we have.
He was about to say
All right.
Japanese.
So I
lesbian.
think we've definitely hit our 5-minute mark, haven't we?
Oh, we still
Yeah.
got a minute, actually.
Oh, shit.
But I can't think of anything else that's really of note on the
I
show.
like that. I watched I guess Jericho cut a promo in that face off with the Pinnacle. I watched that today.
Well done.
It was pretty good. I mean, Jericho, we all know, has been great on the mic probably since day one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
He's
I
all
think
right.
probably the only thing we really didn't mention too was Darby Allin defended his title again against 10 in the main event. Another good solid match, just highlighting Darby Allin as a fighting champion. So, in that case, proper building for the title anyway. It keeps it relevant, keeps it strong. But other than that, I think that's about all there really is to say about AEW. So we won't take the full 5 minutes. Tony, we'll cut it off with 18 seconds left. How about that? Good.
All right.
But hey, we blew through it. But we do got one more show.
But all we're doing is you're just going to give a rundown of what's going to happen. We're not
Yeah, but
really-
we can talk about what we think might happen. You want to do that or no?
I think we're doing really good on time. It's 11:11.
Yeah.
I think we can wrap this up in the next 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Najee Harris to the Steelers.
Nice.
Okay.
Very nice. Good running back.
Yeah. All right.
Out of Alabama.
At Alabama. Because I got something I want to do with TA before.
Okay,
we
yeah, go ahead.
so
We'll skip SmackDown this week. So
I feel like we haven't really. I haven't heard a lot out of TA, and I really want to make sure that I get my
Yeah.
time out of him. So TA, what I want to do is I want to put you in the hot seat, my friend. I
Okay.
just want to say something, and I want you just to give me the first thing that comes to mind. It seems to be a popular thing that a lot of people do, and we'll go from there. And if anybody else feels like they want to jump in, go ahead and jump in.
So again,
uh,
like some word association thing.
yeah, word association.
One word.
One word.
Oh, God.
I mean, if it's like, best ever or something like that, go for it. But yeah, basically like a one word. So I'm going to go ahead and start it off with professional wrestling.
Boring.
Not you, it's for Thomas.
what
Okay,
we can do it after
wait.
Thomas.
Wait, what'd you say? Professional.
Professional wrestling.
Eh.
Yeah.
Eh.
All right. The professional wrestler says, Okay.
Potential. That's the word I
yeah.
use.
Damon, you got anything?
I agree with Thomas.
I get it.
All right. All right. So, let's see here. Fortnite.
Tony,
Goated.
get the fuck out of here.
I have no idea what that means, but that's okay. Marijuana.
Oh, legal.
My best friend.
Munchies.
Legalization.
Bro, I was just thinking when you first met me,
Yeah.
I was like so straight edge, like no smoking, no drinking, nothing. And
Didn't you have
And-
a post about going to door to clean up your neighborhood or some shit?
yeah,
Yeah. I remember.
yeah, I said I was gonna go door to door with a 2x4 walking tall style and take my town back.
That's right. Now look at you. You
How'd
that work
damn
out?
bastard.
Bro, I smoke weed a lot.
Every day. All right. So let's see what else here. The bouncer.
Legend.
Sweet
Both
news.
in the ring and out of the ring.
Yeah,
One of the
true story.
one of the greatest guys I've ever met in my life.
True story. True story.
All right. Sean Dahmer.
Oh god.
Pass.
All right. All right.
No.
Leading the fifth. Nice.
No. I love Russ. Russ knows I love him.
A few of these guys, it's some stuff back home, but
Yeah.
we're just kind of shooting this shit here. Let's see here. Yeah. So,
Goal check.
Max Alexander.
Max Alexander.
Big
You
brother.
can pass. Okay.
No, big brother.
Okay.
No, I love him. I'm so thankful for him. Without him, I would have never got introduced to, HBW and, Crusher and Russ. And
So, with that said, HPW.
Memories.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of us can go ahead and go with on that.
And
Well,
greatest times of my life, actually. Like,
yeah,
It was fun.
that's when pro wrestling was simple. That's when I loved it. Like,
it's I wish Damon and Eric could have been to some of these shows that we did, man. You remember the buildings that we were in, man? Some of them wouldn't have air conditioning, or some of them wouldn't have heating. And we're running in the fucking Northeast Ohio winters and summers and sweating.
Remember the airplane hangar? The fucking.
I don't think TA was. Were you?
no, I wasn't there, but I saw videos of it.
Oh my god,
Holy
dude!
shit, that thing
place.
was.
Oh.
It's crazy, man. I'll jump off that word association thing because it's just I don't know. It's just I don't know, man. I miss it. I know everybody has their shit and whatnot.
No, there's like that one thing where it's like, I wish, like, you're in the good old days when you're in the good old days.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel about HBW, man. Like,
I wish. See that thing you brought up earlier, man, about the whole pause and rewind. I wish I could rewind back to when things were simpler and not everybody wanted to kill each other, and pause it then. Because honestly, man, the parties, the wrestling, the fun, we had a blast.
Yep.
So to sum things up, Thomas, I mean, how would you sum up what you've done in the last 7 years of your wrestling career, and where you see yourself in the next 5 to 10? Not even so much wrestling, but just life. Where do you see yourself, man?
In wrestling, to sum up everything, I don't know. I guess I'm grateful I got to do it, but I don't think I lived up to what could have been,
Yeah, I know that feeling. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. If I would have dedicated myself more, like, who's to say I couldn't have made it, somewhere better, somewhere bigger. And I mean, I don't regret not dedicating my life because, I got a wife, kids, and chose family over wrestling. Like, I will never regret that, but it's just one of those, like, what ifs.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely, dude.
That's how I'll sum up my wrestling career is all like, what if, Yeah.
Yep.
And in life, in the next 5 years, I'm adopting my kids this year, finally.
Awesome. Amazing.
Congratulations.
So they'll finally, have my last name. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, I don't know. I just want to watch my kids graduate, and I want to see them accomplish, everything they want to accomplish, their goals, their dreams. That's what I'm invested in right now.
That's where I kind of want to, leave things off as far as what I got to say. I just want to, wrap that up by saying, dude, I couldn't be more proud of you as far as a person and the man that you are and you become. I mean, you literally took on a family at a very, very young age, and you did everything you had to do to make sure that succeeded and they were taken care of, man. You're a hell of a dude, stand-up guy. I'm proud to know you, and I'm glad that you were able to be in here with us tonight. I know we really didn't. I feels like maybe to me at least that we didn't get to talk to you a lot, but I mean, if there's
I'm always down to come back on, like whenever you guys want me.
We'd love to have you. Absolutely.
Dude, it's just, but yeah, seriously though, man, you're a hell of a guy, and I'm damn proud of you, kid.
Seriously.
No, and I'm proud to have, accepted this. Like, this has been a great time tonight, and I love you, Tony. I love you, Brandon.
Love you too,
you guys have been great. This is the first time I've, talked to you guys. It's just been a great time.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm just feeling, I'm smoking, getting my feels a little bit. We're talking about HBW, making.
Man. If we could sit here and we could probably just us three talk about. I just know Damon and Eric really don't know a whole lot of our.
Hey, I love listening to the stories though, man.
Yeah.
But
Dude,
it's
there's
just,
a lot of those fucking things.
I mean, I'm glad you're in your feelings, dude, because I love you too, buddy. I mean, like I said, I know we haven't talked in a long time, but still, man, I got to watch you grow into something so much more than just a wrestler, man. Like I said, just watching you in the background of what kind of father and husband you were. And I mean, most people can't take that on at the age that I am, let alone when you started. I mean, you met your wife early and, she already had a family. And you stepped in there and you're just a good fucking dude, man. I'm just proud of you.
Legit.
I appreciate it, man.
From one father to another, like you grow up quick when you have kids, and then even coming into a situation where like there's already kids present, your whole mindset changes when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Start to do things that you would normally do for yourself, but in a broader picture. You know what I'm saying? And now you got to look out for others. And some people don't step up to that plate because they can't handle that responsibility. But you shouldered that shit and you went with it. You know what I'm saying? So nothing but respect to you for that.
And I think that's why you've made it so far, and I think that's why you have the respect that you have from so many people, because you are respectful. You are probably one of the most, polite, respectful cats I know, man. And it just speaks volumes to how you was raised and the kind of person that you are and how you were raising those kids. And I have no doubt in my mind that if your son really does decide to follow you or follow in your footsteps, he's gonna fucking kill it, man, because you got so much talent, kid. So much untapped potential and talent too.
I was gonna say, and I just turned 29 10 days ago, so I'm still
You're young.
I'm still in that prime age.
Who's brother?
Who's to say?
Exactly. Never say never. I mean,
exactly.
That's how I feel about it.
I don't know, and never mind. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there because then I will. Let's just move on.
Well, you don't have to go there, and that's fine, buddy. But like I said, man, I just want you to know that, dude, anytime you want to come on this show, as long as we're running, you're more than welcome. I definitely would like to get you on and maybe just run through some stories, man, because
that'd be great.
I mean, you've been around long enough.
Should we could just do a whole video, you guys just talking stories of, back in the day, man. That'd be great.
Yeah, just let me know when, man. Like, I was so excited to do this, and I've been telling everyone I'm going on a podcast. I'm doing my first podcast, like just hyping it up. So
it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, we're still young. We're still trying to find our legs underneath us too, but we're glad to have you. You're always welcome, dude. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you guys, Damon or Eric, do you guys have any questions for Thomas or anything, man?
No. I'm just happy to meet him. I think he's a great guy. Love to hear more about his stories and things like that too. Like I said, definitely come back, dude. Absolutely.
I'll come back as many times as you guys want me back.
Cool. And hopefully we'll have some better topics to talk about next time, maybe.
Yeah.
I figured we wouldn't cover everything in one episode, so I figured it'd be multiple.
Is there anything you want to say, Thomas? I mean, is there anything you want to put out there, buddy? Anything about your life, your career, anything you just want to say or promote or whatever.
Yeah, else definitely plug your social media and all that stuff. Yeah.
Oop, the Browns picks in.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we may have to get this anyway.
Yeah, hey, there we go. What a way to end. Thomas's team is about to give their pick.
All right, that's a great way to
Let's see who we're taking.
Eventually. This might take a minute, but yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. Let's let it roll.
Cue the Jeopardy music.
Yeah.
Don't want to get copyrighted.
What do you say?
DMC.
Yeah.
Them the grass.
I think they need to give Baker a little more protection, I think.
Yeah.
Dude, they got Chubb. They got.
I want us to move on from Odell so bad.
Oh, dude, he's.
I understand that. Yeah.
I love the guy. He's one of my favorite players. I'll continue to support him wherever we would trade him. But Baker is just a different animal when he's not on the field.
Did you notice that too? When just last season, when he stopped trying to give it to Odell and force it to him, he did so much better.
He was gone most of the season, wasn't he? He was hurt, right?
Yeah, Odell tore his ACL like week 7.
And they didn't miss much of a beat either. So
they actually their offense was actually better. Their production was better without Odell on the field.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you take the head case sometimes off the field, Antonio Brown. He's not as bad as Antonio Brown at all, but I know he's had his moments.
I never thought this day would come where I can say my Cleveland Browns are Super Bowl contenders. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
They are. I feel like they really are, man.
I feel like they were last year.
The way they played Kansas City, yeah, I mean, absolutely, you could do that.
I just think with our additions on the defensive side of the ball with Clowney, John Johnson III, Troy Hill.
They got Clowney. Didn't they get Anthony Walker from the Colts too?
I believe so, yeah.
Man, I hated we lost him. Good pickup on your guys' part. He's solid.
That's why I hope this pick is linebacker, because that's the weakest part of our team.
Right. Oh, come on, baby. It says pick is in. Quit teasing us.
They love to drag it out.
On my screen, Rodgers out on stage.
Yeah, he's walking by the pumpkin head on my TV.
Okay.
Yeah, that dude is a super fan for real.
Oh yeah,
he's at every game. He's got his own thing during the game where they show the cameras on him, and he's up on the big board hyping the crowd. Like he's become part of the gig.
Right.
What's that?
Get it, Roger. Come on, buddy.
They gotta plug this draft-a-thon shit.
I like that pumpkin head. That's pretty dope.
What was that?
I like the Pumpkinhead. That's dope. I like that.
Yeah, he's a super fan.
Better than a Dunderhead, right?
Stop reading that shit and just get to the pick.
Yeah, you know how they do, though. They gotta.
And just the fact that the NFL actually gave the draft to the city of Cleveland.
Yes.
Yeah, that's also
That's
big.
That's huge.
Yeah. Were they supposed to have it last year or not? I can't remember.
I can't remember.
I don't think so.
All right, come on. Who we got?
We might have already said it earlier.
Greg Newsome the second, cornerback out of Northwestern.
Oh, cornerback.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
Depending on how big he is, you could move him to linebacker.
Well, that'll pair well. Who's their cornerback now? I can't think. They got a pretty.
We have Greedy Williams, Denzel Ward.
That's it.
Yeah.
That could be a hell of a team right there. Hell of a tandem.
And now, our secondary's loaded.
Good.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
If any fan base deserves it too, it's Cleveland.
Yeah, no doubt.
My
man.
goodness.
No doubt.
That's why these people that are hating on Cleveland are getting on my nerves so much. Like,
Yeah.
He's like one of the like Thomas here. Win, lose, or draw, he's still a fan.
And not only the fan base deserves it, but that is a diehard fan base that has not turned their back on their team despite all the stuff they've been through. So you got to admire that. I mean, so yeah, it's awesome.
Hey man, another Big Ten player. I'll take it.
Yeah.
All right, then. Well, I guess with that, should we wrap up the show for this week?
I think so. Unless
yeah.
TA, like I said, you got anything you want?
Yeah,
to
go ahead and plug your
shit, TA.
Yeah, let us know where you can find you.
Yeah, just for now, let's do Facebook.com TA Plays. That's where I'll be streaming video games, sometimes just chatting, just doing whatever.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Like I said, it was great to have you here. Well, you're welcome back anytime. As for everybody else who's watching the show, if you like this video, please comment down below, hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get all the notifications about when we put up new content on our channel. And until our next podcast, guys, take care.
Peace out.
Bye.
Yeah. Ready to go, man, lock and load. That's right. I swear to God that I can chop you, bro. Yeah, I got a shot and I ain't stopping, no. That's how I know that I'm unstoppable.